It is 2026, and this is my 15th year since I first studied philosophy. Uh, During the process, I earned a bachelor's degree and master degree, and I'm still continuing studying philosophy on my own, since I find immense value from studying philosophy. But at the same time, I would say academic philosophy disappoint me somehow, in some way, and let me explain. When I first started out in college, I was a psychology student. I think I know a lot about myself, and I want to further my career to help other people, or at least to understand other people. Uh, but then, when I first had my first philosophy class, I was mind blown by how much assumption that I have about the world. It's not very solid, and a lot of what I what the society tell me, the cultural value that was passed on to me, I took it for granted, and it was studying philosophies that I start doubting a lot of different values and my worldview in general, and I wanted to know what I am doing here in this world. Is there any purpose? What is my relationship with the world, and what is the world in general? I just want to know, and that was my first starting point into becoming a philosophy student. The problem with modern academic philosophy is that instead of informing us how to live a good life and change the way that we live, it becomes a accumulation of knowledge that stay inside your head or inside your note taking app. And that's not what I want from studying philosophy. I want to change, maybe a deep identity level change, or at least change how the way I live, so that I can eventually live a good life. That's what I want from philosophy, and academic philosophy seems to fall short on that promise. So last year I stumbled upon a book called Ultra Learning by Scott Young, and in that book he mentioned if you want to learn something very quickly, let's say a subject or a skill, the best way to practice is to put yourself in a situation that practice can directly translate to real life situation. So let's say you want to learn how to swing a bat, bat of baseball. The best way is to put yourself in a batting cage, and so someone or the machines are throwing balls at you and you start swinging away. Instead of looking at batting practice video alone. So in that sense, theory is supplementary to actual practice. Practice should be the majority of your time, let's say 70 or 80%, and theory should be 20%. So you should be spending 80% of your time swinging a bat, being at a cage, swinging the balls, and then 20% you watch a video online and start learning that way. So, and that makes me think about my study of philosophy. So, as I told you, philosophy in academia, it's pretty much entirely reading books, writing essays, and then submit it. And then for my own study, outside of college, basically just reading, doing annotations, typing it up in a note taking app. I use Obsidian, and that's it. I learned a lot in theory. I have a lot of different school of thought in my head, but at the same time, it did not change how I live my life. So that got me thinking: how can I actually practice philosophy instead of just reading it, theorizing it, and learning through the books and note taking? How can I actually translate some practice into my daily life so that I can eventually live a good life? And that's what I want for this year. So after some research, I have found some books on practical philosophy, the kind of philosophy that emphasize on dealing with life situation, life problems, and how to live a good life. The first book that I have been reading is Philosophy as a Way of Life by Pierre Hadot. In the book, Hadot argued that philosophy in antiquity is not just about studying different doctrine from different school of thoughts, but instead it is a way of living. So instead of just reading and doing some research, we also have a practical component of it. and he calls it spiritual practice. And these spiritual practice include things like mastering your own internal dialogue through meditation, journaling, morning, nighttime reflection, and also something like self mastery through rejecting false value and finding out what's really valuable and go for that instead. And I would say these provide some benefit that simply reading philosophy cannot provide, and that is to overcome your life problems and ultimately transform your vision and transform your life. So in this year of 2026, I decided to start a 12-month philosophical immersion project. It consists of what I think right now. I have a book per month to read. That's for theoretical knowledge base, the food for thought. And then also, I will be incorporating a spiritual practice. It's like a spiritual or exercise, more exercise for myself, so that I will learn philosophy to the core. And that's my thought for now. I might post it's like a detailed project list of books and spiritual exercise that I will be doing, but it's subject to change. But yeah, that will be my goal for 2026. So yeah, in the coming video, I will start posting some of my reflection, some exercise that I've done, something that I learned from books, and hopefully, during this 12-month progress, I will be improving myself. That will be my goal for 2026. And thank you.